A final exchange of pleasantries for the two teams, and we'll get this best-of-3 sets match underway. Both evenly matched, aren't they, when you look at them? Bruno and Carambula, the defensive players, short, swift, skillful. And then you've got Alison and Ranghieri, who will be doing the blocking against each other. Players are ready, the fans are ready. Away we go with this men's semi-final. It's Brazil in black serving, Italy in white receiving for a place in the VITORIA Open gold medal match. And a belting cross-court swing from Ranghieri, who just collided with Alison, who's apologising. They get their point. Italy have the serve, and it looks like we're going to have a sky ball to start things off. Check this out. It's a monster, but it's not landing in. The crowd enjoying it. He hit 4 in a row in the warm-up, and they all went in. Alison now with the serve. It's a bit tight. Alison's all over it. Carambula gets a welcome to Brazil, young man. This is my court, you're not coming in. Little shooter, oh, good pick up, and again. Oh, that would have been something special. And Bruno managed to put that one away. Italy won all their pool matches from Pool H. They beat Qatar, the Sheriff, and Jefferson, who made it to the final in Kish and took gold. Oh, monster block! Well, Alison had one. That was a better one, wasn't it, from Ranghieri? Awesome blocking. And again, well, that's quietened the crowd somewhat here in VITORIA. 2 blocks in a row, and I tell you what, Ranghieri had to really run after that one because he was serving. He's up for it, isn't he? Going to be a hat-trick of blocks from Ranghieri. Oh, nearly! Continuation, that's spinning wildly. With a roll into the corner, settles things down for Brazil and sends the crowd into raptures with the end change. 1 point separating the two teams. Very good start. That was almost something special, wasn't it? The spread block from Ranghieri not quite working. Brazil at the second time of asking, getting the side out. These two teams have played each other twice before. Alison and Bruno lead that 2-0. They had an epic encounter in Moscow last year in Pool B. 33-31, 23-21, as that one gets brought back somehow by Alison. Free ball for Italy. Oh dear, that's a miscommunication. And it is punished by Brazil, and that's what Alison wants. Really good chase. He did well to stop and get it back. And then a miscommunication here. Carambula put that up. I think he wanted Ranghieri to have a swing, and then it was a terrible set from Ranghieri, which meant Carambula could only poke it over, and then Alison went, ha! That's what you get for that, son. Bruno with the serve. All square here in VITORIA. Nice cut from Carambula. As I mentioned, they beat Qatar in their first game, then they beat Canada's Pedlo and O'Gorman. That was in 3 sets. Their first game was in 3 sets. Then they beat Cantor and Wozniak, who were the winners from Rio. It's a heavy topspin, easily dealt with by Bruno. And easily put away by Bruno. In fact, as far as Italy are concerned, all their games have been 3-setters, except for their last one against Ranghieri and Christian Varenhorst, the number 3 seeds, who they beat in straight sets, 16 and 18, as we see that put away tidily by Bruno. Just losing his bearings, I think. You've got to question, he's obviously too cool for school, isn't he? He's got his sunnies on. We're playing at night. It's a good swing. I don't think I've ever seen anyone wear sunglasses at night, unless they're going into a chic restaurant. Some kind of celebrity do, but certainly not in sport. And the top swing from Alison. Spine tingling stuff from him as he hits that ball down and gets the roar of the fans here. Adrenaline flowing for Alison. Brazil leading by 1. Too much on that one from Bruno, so another end change. All square. Italy giving it everything they've got right now. And actually, bar a few errors, probably would have the lead. Only one 3-setter for Brazil. That was against Dmitry Barsuk and Nikita Leomin of Russia. They won that one 15-10 in their first game this week in their pool. Bruno wrapping it off the block and away. They went on to beat the Ingrosso brothers of Italy, who've had a really good showing, haven't they, in this tournament, 15 and 19. Then they beat Youssef Krou and Edward Rollinson of France, always a tricky pairing, those two, 18 and then 23-21. And then against Cantor and Wozniak, last week's gold medal winners in Rio, they went 23-21, 21-19. Good lead. And then against compatriots Simon Barbosa and Gustavo Cavalles of Brazil, who came through qualifying in the quarters. They beat them 17 and 13 to set up this encounter, which they currently have the better of at the moment, and they've made it even better, haven't they? A serve from Alison. I just wonder whether Carambula could see it. Just a whisker past Alison. When the net comes into play, anything can happen. Tactic a lot of teams used to employ against Alison when he first started on the tour was to drop him short, because he wouldn't get out and come back in and swing hard. He'd end up getting blocked or getting dug. And it's a part of his game he's definitely learned from and got better at. That's a really good knuckler from Bruno. Flipper from him. Well watched by Alison. Ranghieri won't be too happy, but he was attacking the ball. At least that's what the referee has decided here. Was he trying to play the ball over? Yes, he was. So Alison entitled to go up and make a perfectly legitimate block. Good disciplined block from Alison. Technical timeout. One seeds form, aren't they, at the moment? 12-9 up.
Dentro e fora das quadras. Esse é o nosso jeito de valorizar o melhor vôlei de praia do mundo. Acreditando e torcendo com você. Banco do Brasil. O Banco do Brasil.
Vamos nessa, cadê a torcida brasileira nessa arquibancada aí? Eu não ouvi! Cadê a torcida do Alison e do Bruno ali? Vamos nessa, Mamute, vamos nessa, Mágico! Vem a palma da mão pro Bruno, vem! Tchá, tchá, tchá! Acelera, Vitória!
Bruno ready to go with the ball. Carambula once again the target. He's going to be target all game, really. It's going to be up to him to hold his nerve and keep coming with those kinds of shots. Does he have the consistency, though? So we've had one sky ball in, one sky ball out, and now he's going back to his little jump float. Excellent. Ranghieri up and across, but he was looking at his toes and not watching the ball when that was hit. That set was a little bit catchy, wasn't it, from Ranghieri? Players not doing anything, but they're just picking themselves up out of the sand. Just shows you how much distance you can cover as a blocker. And actually, when you're looking at that court and you see 8x8, that's a lot of court to cover as a defender. But when you start breaking it down into exactly what the responsibilities are, what angles you're prepared to give up as a defender. So if you say, well, if you can hit a very tight angle cross court, you're going to let him have that. If you can hit this, you'll let him have that. And then working out what's left. There's not a great deal left to cover. One of the reasons why beach volleyball got that, it's even more spectacular, certainly for the men, was when the court size was reduced. It used to be 9 meters by 9 meters, the same size as an indoor court. For certainly when it started at the Atlanta Olympics, when Karch took his gold medal, he did that on a 9 by 9. And it's been shrunk down to 8 by 8. The aim was to make it more spectacular, make the players hit more. Exactly like that, because the roll shots do tend to get picked up. So Bruno at 6'1", 185, up over a 243 net and peering over the top of it as he hit that ball away. Again, Carambula was toying with Alison, isn't he, as he goes up and swings. It's all good for Brazil at the moment. Nice shot with the wide angle, bringing in the grandstands. Ranghieri to serve. Enough on that one. The tendency is with the beach volleyball, unlike indoor volleyball, you'll see the players going with the cut shots, the roll shots, and the shot off the heel of the hand. And unlike indoor volleyball, where you tell the players, no matter what kind of contact you make, you always hit through the ball. That doesn't always necessarily mean it's the case in beach volleyball. Very much it is a case of just touching the ball, almost like a really light serve. They don't always hit through the ball, but invariably though, when they don't, those mistakes still tend to happen more than when they do. A shank ball by Brazil puts Italy back level. Better pass this time from Alison. Top swing. So the 1 point lead Brazil have managed to craft here, is in part due to errors from Italy, and a few errors from Brazil have let them slip back into a bit of a battle here with the Azzurri. Well, that's a decent serve from Bruno again. He's coming up trumps. Ranghieri not moving his feet, not taking a step across to contain the ball. He was up too high. Italy have actually called timeout.
A galera aí também dos convidados do nosso patrocinador, galera lá do fundão dos atletas, vamos fazer uma aula para ficar bem bonito na televisão. Fechado? Vou começar daqui, bota a mão para frente aqui comigo aqui. Atenção, começando daqui. Olha a aula, vai! Pra dar volta. Isso, a galera aí, vai! Aí! Levanta, Júlia! A última! Vamos nessa, Marco, só que bom!
Line block signalled by Alison. They're going to go after Carambula again. The only chances that Ranghieri going to get the ball are going to be every now and again to make sure he's paying attention. That was a dreadful set, and quite rightly, I think the point went to Brazil, courtesy of the unforced error. But I think if it had gone in, there may well have been questions asked of the referee. The setting on the beach is supposed to be more tightly controlled than it is indoors. Although, over the years we've seen it slip slightly. Nice play from Bruno. Can he get to that one? It's a bit tight, too tight in the end. Just trying to put him in a good position. In fact, if he hadn't have touched the net, he could have played that again. I think Alison wants that ball perhaps just a little bit higher, but it was a decent enough set. One thing Alison has to remember, as all players should remember, the idea is to better the ball. If it's a bad pass, make up for it with a better set. If it's a bad set, make up for it with a better hit. There's no point blaming your partner, especially with only two of you. That's not going to help. And that's always the best way to respond. Let the volleyball do the talking, just get back in, get yourself set again. Nothing special. In the old days, Alison would have tried to bury that, but he's learnt as he's gone on under the guidance of Emmanuel. Good up. Just quality volleyball from Bruno. Real, well, just sheer brilliance really from him, not to get carried away in the moment, make the dig, get up, and then have that presence of mind just to roll the ball into the open space. Set point net for Brazil. The #1 seeds looking to get the first set, and they do. There's no touch. The ball goes long from Ranghieri. 21-17, Brazil lead 1-0.
End of the first set, Brazil wins. Final do primeiro set, vitória do Brasil e vitória de vocês, hein? É o seguinte, ó. Quero ver essa galera até o final. Set da final. Quem acredita na vitória do Brasil, joga a mão pro alto. Tá ouvindo aí? Vamos juntos, hein? Vocês estão dando um show aí. Vamos nessa.
Quando a aula passar, você tem que levantar. Você tá sentada. Levanta. Preguiçosa. Ela, a Júlia. Preguiçosa. Aqui, ó. Aqui, ó. Ficou sentada aqui, ó.
Well, the stats tell you all you need to know. Look at that set. In fact, well, if that's right, that says Alison and Bruno gave Italy 7 points, and Italy only gave them 4, and Italy were out-attacked 13-7. That's probably right. So, we said Alison had a couple in the net, didn't we? He made a few serving errors. He he dug the ball into the crowd. I wouldn't call that an opponent error. I'd say that was a good play. Opponent's errors generally should just be unforced errors, hitting errors and serving errors. The team's ready to come out once again. The last time that Italy had two teams in a Final Four, the two players on the other side of the net were both in nappies. 1989, on the fourth season of the tournament, 336 tournaments later. That's just about crept in. Bruno decides to play it. And it's a great block to silence the crowd, and actually good ball follow from the camera operators as well, as that one went into the night sky. Is that going to spark? Oh, he's going to go again, is he? Carambula, yep, side on to the net, to the baseline. Oh, that has got super top spin on it. Another good pass from Bruno. And it's another point for Italy. Well, this is a very bright start for them. It's a really interesting skyboard that Carambula is using. Most times players just smack the ball out of the hand, but he's actually throwing this up and then almost chicken winging it into the air to put this huge top spin on it, which does mean he can hit it really hard as a result, which he's done again. I think the one disadvantage perhaps that he's got with this is into the night sky. If it was into the sun during the day, that's difficult, because then you lose your depth perception as that ball comes out of the sun, especially if the sun's behind you and you're hitting that kind of ball. I feel it's not that difficult to deal with in the evening. Bruno showing that. The passing wasn't the problem, it was his attacking, and he's come up with an ace serve to put paid to all of the shenanigans that Carambula was putting in. Maybe it was just a little bit too quick for Carambula to see. I'm pretty sure they are not night vision goggles he's wearing. So I could pass that time, and Ranghieri deciding he wants to get involved on the action. Alison just saying to be calm, because he probably should have been in there blocking that one. Another top swing from the Mammoth. Not taking away the power line at all with that. Big block from Alison. First end change, and Brazil back in charge. We're getting glimpses, aren't we, of Italy and how good they can be, and the reason why they've made it this far, but their consistency is an issue. Alison currently playing in his 50th World Tour Final Four. Very impressive. He's got 18 gold medals, 13 silver medals, 11 bronze medals, just 7 fourth place finishes. Very high percentage of medaling when he makes it to the Final Four. Oh, good joust at the net. Bruno comes up trumps with that one. He was under the ball somewhat, difficult then to push down. Was there any illegal contact? Well, he just left his hand there and almost blocked it back, didn't he? Oh, top serve. Well, it's certainly something that's evident, isn't it, from the two sets we've seen so far, the two of the Italian team. Ranghieri doesn't like to move his feet much. That ball to the left or right, but particularly the ball inside actually going to Carambula, has caused him all sorts of problems. He's passed one in the net, passed one into the crowd. That one straight on to Carambula this time. No need for Ranghieri to get involved. Carambula's really good at that, really fast arm before Alison can get his block finished. Alison's still trying to press and get across, but the ball's already past him. You just get the feeling that serve towards Ranghieri's right, into the centre of court, he doesn't like it. That's something Alison has on like 3 of those now, on this side of court as well, where he's put that ball into the net. It's either in the net down or in the net gone out. Sometimes these things happen, and as a player you can't quite explain it. I guess he could just say, right, I'll just come into court slightly, I won't try and go so far out, but he must still be thinking about that last play as he makes a real mess of that one. And it's Italy now who move in front. That was a really good serve from Ranghieri. And again, this a much better play. This time he's just brought inside a little bit by that ball from Bruno, and he was able to drift past Ranghieri, and by the time he hits this, he's got a free net. Nobody fronting up to him. We talk about fronting up in volleyball, and that means actually getting your shoulders opposite the attacker's shoulders, so you take away the power. And in that last play, neither the block nor the defender did that. Bruno does it to Carambula. Carambula does it back, but it's going to be free ball here to Brazil. Oh, that's a better swing from Alison. He wasn't trying to bury it within a metre of the net. He goes for the last metre of court, and this is the difference. Just watch now as Alison gets himself set, and he attacks the ball a lot higher, a lot deeper, and doesn't make a mistake. Good chase from Bruno. Brilliant finish. That, again, is just world-class volleyball. And Bruno finding the time to have a little chat with Mr. Saavedra and say, come on, that was a carry. That, though, was spectacular. Brilliant spring. He's like a salmon going upstream, isn't he? Shooter right onto Bruno, and a little bit of improvisation from Alison. And Brazil now 3 points to the good. And a first smile from Alison in the match, as he adds to his repertoire with the reverse pokey. Technical timeout. Brazil are in control here in Vitória. The home boys are almost home and hosed. I said it was a technical timeout. It wasn't. It was, in fact, Italy calling a timeout. We still do have a technical timeout to come once we reach a total of 21 points. Alison with the serve. Nice roll by Carambula. Big sky ball, but well dealt with again by Bruno. Well, it was right up till the point he had a swing on it. Can sometimes get away from you when you hit across your body. If you don't bring your left arm in and contain it, you can over-rotate slightly. And Cerise on that one went wide, and Carambula again setting up for the huge sky ball. Whoop. In fact, Bruno having to move left and right. Carambula too busy admiring that serve, you think? Not making the relatively good, easy roll shot cross court, but look at that, that's up above the grandstands. Late to react. In fact, very late. That was shown really early, actually, from Bruno with his hand contact where that was going. Easy to see it, though, when you're sat watching. It's a very different story when you are there on court playing. Oh, good up. And a good put away by Ranghieri, he was paying attention. So now we hit the technical timeout. Italy had a good patch off the back of their timeout, just one behind, but they are one set down. Ranghieri. Well, how many times is he going to do that? That's 4 that we've seen, and it's the same thing, isn't it? That cross-court attack where he's trying to find the angle quite close into the net, and he's caught the net. Alison has given Italy 4 points directly from that attack. And now he's been shut down. Good play this from Italy, going back to him again. Straight off the back of an error, they've gone to him, and he's been shut down. Surely Ranghieri will once more go after Alison. Good touch. Oh, and it stays in. Bruno was hoping that would go long. And look at that. What a turnaround this is for Italy. They've now gone 2 in front, and it's Brazil who are forced to call the timeout. When there's no coach and it's just the 2 of you, it's very difficult to make tactical changes or to say, actually, we need to identify the fact that Alison is making that mistake based on the ball he's getting at that particular area of the court, and then say, well, let's just bring it in a bit. I'll give you an up and down ball from the centre, or actually let's do a crossover, let's do something. But they've just kept putting the ball in the same spot, and Alison keeps making the same mistake. But that's the beauty, I guess, of this sport, in the fact there are no coaches. A bit like tennis, when you're out there and you're playing, it's just up to you and your partner. Now the timeout have helped Brazil. Ranghieri to serve, he's got to come through to block. Better set perhaps, at least that's what Alison will be thinking. because when you make a mistake, it's never your fault. In the right spot, he couldn't make the dig. Nice touch and popped up, but unfortunately not quite high enough. Alison really the wrong side of that to have a swing on the ball, it coming across his body. There is a good argument to say that block shouldn't be classed as a touch on the beach, because you make a good touch in the first place, you slow the ball down, you get a chance to recycle it, but you only get 2 touches, so you're still being penalised for making a good play. It's block out, Ranghieri. Thought he'd done it. Really well watched by Bruno. Almost a point for Italy. No panic at all about that play from Bruno, was there? Very easy with that roll to, well, I'll say a roll to the line. It was a sharp swing to the line. It's good to see that Carambula and Ranghieri not overawed by the occasion, up against the #1 seeds. And giving as good as they get here in this second set, that's for sure. Oh dear, that's hit Alison's foot. Oh, that hit his foot before the ball hit the sand, surely. Well, unfortunately, there's no challenge here, and Carambula is saying to the second ref, come on, he slipped. And as he slipped, that ball hit him. What do we think? He stepped out. Well, it's hit him. Brilliant. I think Alison just pulled a Jedi mind trick over everybody, except perhaps the Italians. Oh, good dig. Excellent high hands defense and a lovely roll shot. Carambula must have seen that was all that Bruno could do. He's leaning backwards, his hand is up, there's no power coming. And Carambula was braced for a big hard hit that was never going to leave Bruno's hand. But just like that, Brazil right back in it. A little bit of luck, followed by a class play. And it's Italy who are on the back foot now. Oh, somehow, though, Carambula squeaks out under Alison's block. Going on serve, but it's Italy who have the slight advantage. They're siding out for the lead each time, but will need to find a point from serve if they want to take this set. And that's the way to do it, isn't it? The deafening silence of an Italian block. The only person we could hear was Ranghieri. Alison's put down again. Italy have the lead. Just maybe. Well, I say just maybe. It's an ace serve, courtesy of the net. That gives them a 3-point advantage now. They only need 3 points to take this one into a decider. Carambula quite rightly not going with the sky ball. Oh, that one is off the block and out of play this time. As Ranghieri has a long, hard look at where the ball landed. Nice reach inside, just couldn't get enough on the ball to send it down in time. Another one that just goes underneath Alison, and again it's another clash of knees between Ranghieri and Alison. That happened at the first point of the first set. It's happened again here. It's Ranghieri who's through the net, not Alison. And the ball was down. First reverse play that Brazil have opted to use. Is Italy now siding out to give themselves a set point. Oh, a rush of blood from Ranghieri as he tries to bury that one. He's a good half-metre off the net. So the first opportunity to bring up set point is lost. Alison again with the serve. Sprinting to the net. And it's Carambula with an unforced error. And Italy are choking right at the business end of this set, when it looks certain they would get themselves a set point. One thing's for sure, if they do get set point now, they still have to win from service to take the set. Good up. They may not even get a set point chance. Bruno. Oh, yeah, how unlucky was that? The shooter to the line was begging to be hit, but instead he tried to hit it. And Italy do have a set point, courtesy of that unforced error. Carambula. Alison to keep Brazil in the set. Oh, he's done that, hasn't he? And now it's a 2-point game. And it quite simply is this. Italy need 2 points to take the set. And Brazil need to get 2 points clear to take the match. Bruno with the serve. Oh, it's a brilliant serve. It's the one serve that's been the chink in Italy's armour. That ball from Bruno that swerves across Ranghieri into Carambula. It brought up points earlier on in the game, and now it brings up match point. Top dig. Swing for the game. Oh, brilliant blocking from Ranghieri. And just when you wanted Bruno to come up with the shot, he decides to hit. But to be fair, that was a top dig. And unfortunately for him, that ball very close to the net. And Ranghieri makes an epic block to keep Italy in it. What a rally. What a pickup. More importantly for Italy, what a block. A few pantomime boos and whistles as Ranghieri serves. Alison off the block and out, and that's the difference. When Bruno puts that height on the ball, Alison can't miss, can he? Second match point for Brazil. Oh dear, a complete mix-up, and it is Brazil who are through to the final. Alison and Bruno, the #1 seeds, will be playing for gold. It was a brave effort from Carambula and Ranghieri, but they'll have to make do with scrapping it out for bronze. Congratulations to Alison and Bruno. They've got the job done here in straight sets.